Kenyans must brace themselves for tougher times as the regime continues to raise the taxes. It is apparent that the Finance Bill 2024 is going to be even more brutal than the Finance Bill 2023. The President William Ruto has affirmed and promised to tax this country ruthlessly in an effort to make sure that the taxation reaches about 20%. Watch the following.
When I came into office, I told everybody, tighten up your belts. I am not going to preside over a bankrupt country. I am not going to preside over a country that is in debt distress. We have to cut our spending, and there is no free lunch. And we have to think of what we need to do two fundamental things. Reduce. We cannot spend what we don't have. And number two, if we look at our peers, and Kenyans have been socialized to believe that they pay the highest taxes. But empirical data shows Kenya as of last year, our tax as a percentage of our revenues was 14%. Our peers in the continent is on average between 22 and 25%, which means we are way below, our taxes are way below those of our peers, and I'm not comparing ourselves with OECD countries. Countries like France are at 45%, others are higher. So I persuaded and I made a case to the people of Kenya that we must begin to enhance our revenue. Because if we are a serious state, we must be able to enhance our taxes. So my drive is to push Kenya. Possibly this year we will be at 16% from 14%. I want in my term, God willing, to leave it at between 20 and 22%. It's going to be difficult. I have a lot of explaining to do. People will complain, but I know finally they will appreciate that the money we go to borrow from the World Bank is savings of other countries. We have to begin to live within our means.
The president appears adamant to ensure that people pay taxes in this country. So the bigger problem is not the low rates of taxation as per the president, but the real problem actually is the fact that we have so many people who are not employed, so many graduates who are just staying at home and having nothing to do as an economic activity. I believe this is the bigger problem that we have as a country. So you cannot tax a man who has nothing in his pocket. It is very, very difficult to do that. Actually, that is the bigger problem. Let's listen to one question that a Harvard student asked.
Hi, Mr. President. Thank you for having us. We understand that you've curbed public spending and increased taxes to pay off existing debt. I'm wondering if you could speak to how you made that decision, what trade-offs you've had to consider, and how you think that decision impacts everyday Kenyans today.
I think you have been talking to the opposition. Because they are the ones who are driving this narrative that I have increased all the taxes.
From the foregoing, it is very, very apparent that you cannot force people to have money if they do not have money, and it is very difficult for Kenyans to especially considering the fact that we are coming from a mighty floods. It is very unreasonable to expect that Kenyans already have the money to be taxed as mercilessly as the president puts it. So this type of taxation is utterly inconsiderate, considering our economic system. We cannot compare a country like Kenya to a country like France and US and the United Kingdom. It is totally impossible. Within those countries, we have higher employment rates, and also we have social welfare and a government that is responsive to the needs of the people. But in our case in Kenya, most people are unemployed, and it really also among the employed segments, you find that one man is being depended upon by many people. So it is very difficult to really realistically raise the taxes. The best thing that the president can do is to enable and encourage economic activity so that Kenyans become more productive, and it is now also possible to have more income, and national income will increase as a result. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe.